About time to start the stream. So I'm just doing Patron Doodles today. And I'm gonna actually keep them to doodle level this time. I was a bit too detailed last time. So they are gonna be a lot simpler. This character is from, what is it, Welcome to School Iruma-kun or something. And it's one that I've really wanted to watch, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It looks really funny. It's like, you know, the regular, normal kid gets put into like a demon school. Like I guess isekai, I don't know. But I don't know, I think from what little I've seen, it's doing it really well. So. Well, that's good to hear, Adept. I don't know, I'm not familiar with isekai stuff, Monkey, so. Come on. I exist in a constant state of need to get back to things, Adept says. That is an absolute relatable feeling. I feel like I need to relearn how to just like relax, like actually relax. But anytime I get like quote unquote free time, I'm like, it's time I can use to work on this other thing. And like I enjoy the time I work on, you know, projects and stuff. But this design's really cute. Nobody let me get too involved in these doodles. I have to keep them simpler. I have to. Cause like they're just like $2 and $5 doodles. So like it's perfectly reasonable to do them very simply. Hello, Aqua. I thought she had 6 fingers. But simple is always the option for me. That's why my Xenoblade comics are practically different characters, because the outfits they usually have are way too complex. Usually I would have done like the actual pleats for the skirt, but it's a doodle, dang it. Oh, I forgot she's got the cute little like frog thing shoes. Eh. I always assumed that was just an element of the abridged series in this. I mean, kind of. Crocs, but they're not, or are they? I don't know. They look more like frogs to me. Frocks. I hope that's not like, I hope that doesn't mean anything. That they were Crocs? I don't know. I've never seen the show. All I know is that they're cute. They could, but they have like little cat ears. The lines of my doodles are still so clean though. That is just a result of how I sort of like taught myself to draw. Just like quickly. Oh, also duh. She's like a demon. Of course she has pointy ears. If you want to get quick, good, clean lines, like learning how to do that, easiest way is just doodle in pen on paper all the time. Because you can't erase it. Or like, you could get white out, yeah, but like it's not as easy to undo, so to speak, as opposed to pencil. So you start thinking more about, you know, where you want the lines from point one, you know? Instead of just kind of going like, sketch, 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 and then, you know, line the one that looks best. And like I did that over like years and years of school, you know, like uni too. I just doodle in pen, and I don't know if I call them pro tips. That's just what I did in order to like super quickly do lines. Because I think I've mentioned it before in other streams that everything I lean towards while learning art, like personally, was towards speed, because I'm very like impatient. I like to see Kaneki. That's my evil nemesis. But yeah, so anything that I've like practiced or taught myself was all to make things faster and like easier and get the results like quicker, because it always just pained me to spend a whole bunch of time to get, you know, like say something small, right? So I wanted to learn how to do pretty cool stuff quickly. Annie. I've just gone from doing 2 sketch layers to 1 recently, so any tips or pro tips? Kaneki is just Sonoki wearing a traffic coco. But that would have an E in it, Adept. It would be Konoki, not Kono. I don't know. I think I can call this one done, because this one was just lines. So also saving September 2020. Like Conan is pronounced with an O. Yeah. That is true. Cannot deny. Something that would probably help with my doodles would be to put my guide circle on a different layer. And then that way I don't have to like carefully erase it. I don't really need that one open. Okay. Right, we're doing Kai from Okami next. Okami is such a good game. I love it so much. Konoki reads like Konoki. That doesn't make any sense to the recording where there's no text at all. Aqua. Oh. On the mask here. Monkey, weren't they on about making a proper Okami sequel aside from Okaniden? I feel like I kind of heard that, but like not quite also. Not sure. Aquasun. MS Paint doesn't have layers, so when I'm working in that, I draw different lines, different colors, so I can fill bucket erase or fill bucket set them all in the same color easily. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of art is just kind of like figuring out, like planning almost. At least for me, I find, or like speed. Like there's the difference between changing a line color by preserving opacity or doing a clip layer. And both of them have their pros and cons. Kai's kind of a weird one to do like a chibi face with because it's the mask. And I save it again. I hope this one ends up looking okay, because I'm not used to doing like a mask chibi. So it's like a different dimension than a head would be. Oh, something else for if you want to do quick lines. One of the things that you think about, like how I mentioned, is like kind of planning, is stuff like what is in front of, like what elements of this drawing are in the front, which ones are in the back, because you'll want to draw the stuff that's in the front first if you're going for that speed. Obviously there's like, if you're doing like normal sketching and stuff, like you don't have to really worry about that as much, but if you're going for the speed first and foremost, knowing what's in front really helps with that, and that's why I often do the faces first. Why does it look like she's got a millennium eye in the middle there? Monkey says, I don't know. It's just the design. It's just how it is. I think she is not wearing shoes. What else here? Oh, Aqua was a surprisingly long game. Yeah, I have a comment on it that, like, there was a number of different points in the game that I thought were going to be the end, and then it wasn't. It was kind of funny. It was like 4 or 5 times where I was like, okay, this is the ending, and then it wasn't. I don't think it like dragged too long for me personally, but that was just me. I can see how somebody else would be like, wow, okay. Oh yeah, Aqua said the same thing. I don't remember much of the game, Aqua says, except for creating the legend of Susanoo killing Orochi, and then the Water Palace, and then Moon Guy, and then fighting Evil Fish. that's a decent number of plot points from the game. Okay, Kai's lines are done. I'd have to color her though. Don't let me take too long on this. I think I'm doing much better this time in terms of actually like keeping the time going well. Ari caught me in her cuteness last time, so I got distracted. Let's see. What does a duelist do if you steal their coat? Says Adept. Oh no. What do we gotta do here? They demand redress. I don't know if I said that right. Demand redress? I don't know enough card terminology to know what the punchline was there. Shame on me not knowing a pun. The duelist is in guns drawn. I demand redress for your accusation. I get it a bit more now. Not quite so much. I'm sorry. Oh no. Yeah, no, I got the redress part of it, of like the clothes part. Okay. This, that, and then just the bottom there. Noun remedy for. No. I'm getting schooled. Okay, nice. Okay, got Kai done. Now the protag of Celeste. At least I believe so. Oh shoot. I think it's Madeline. At least from what the image was called. Which is also a very pretty name. So this is one of those games that like absolutely looks great, but I know that I would not be good at it. I definitely have to like do a playthrough or watch a playthrough or something. Oh, one other thing that is nice, if you're drawing digitally, if you want to do quick lines, is also to just have a new view of the same piece and have it inverted the whole time, and then that way you don't have to like stop and check it. You can just immediately see it updating over there. Oh yeah, I think I technically have. Oh, remembering to save. Thank you. I think I technically have it because I think I got that itch bundle a while ago. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. I think I mentioned this before, but I bought Skies of Arcadia. Or Trails of the, wait, no, not Skies, not that one. That one's like the different one that's expensive. Trails of the Sky, I believe. For Steam. Oh, Ani? Oh, I think you can definitely do that, like, alternate window on Clip. It's something very, very useful. I would be extremely surprised if they didn't have it. It's also nice because the window that you have is usually zoomed out too, which is another good way to, sometimes if you're drawing while zoomed in, you can be like drawing way too big or way too small, but you can't tell because you're zoomed in. And then you zoom out and you're like, oh dear. I do often forget to use this, like the inverted drawing at the same time thing, but it's mostly me just forgetting about its existence. wondering why it's called Celeste. I wonder if it would be like a spoiler thing, or if it's just something as simple as, like reaching for the stars, or celestial beings, sort of thing. I think I made her a little too big. Ah, the mountain called Celeste. Possibly. I don't know. I've never played. I think I've only watched, like, playthrough a little bit. Like, not even to the end. And that was, like, a while ago. Or Steven's First 20, probably, is what I'm thinking of. Yeah. A lot of other things with, quick drawing is quite literally just muscle memory. So just knowing, like, which motions are for what shapes. Because when you get down to the core of it, when you're drawing stuff, it's like straight edge curve, straight edge curve, straight edge curve, and then it's just a matter of how much it's curving, like what degree, how long is it going, how extreme is that curve going to be, and when your hand starts to recognize that more, you can just do it. Oh no. Oh wait, right, this is going to be a colored one. That. I was watching some of my older streams today, just to like see what kinds of things we had already talked about or how they went. And I think doing like the like technical stuff was really fun. Like comic tips and stuff like that. Even if I never prepared for them. That said, if anybody ever does have like art questions, like specific ones, I'm totally up for talking about it. I guess I could talk about how, like more specific on how I think of the layering of things as I like go about a drawing. Ooh, or Aqua asks, what is your favorite artistic period? Joke. Wait. I don't know, actually. I do know in school we looked at, like, Gothic architecture and stuff, and that was really fun. Also Impressionism. I found Impressionism really fun, which I think makes sense because I think I kind of go towards that, because as the name implies, it's like impressions rather than like straight realism. Annie, tips on choosing colors for colored line art. Ooh, okay. That is a fun one. I don't know if I have like a very specific question, because a lot of what I do is by feeling, but I do think I can give a decent answer to that. As far as these ones went, I was picking by sort of like a theme color for the character. So like Clara was very green. If I was coloring this, it wouldn't be this green because it's very light. Like if we took away the color here, and then we took away the saturation, so it's all grays and stuff, you can actually see in the middle there, Kai, like she's dark. She's darker, and then like Madeline's lines are lighter, but they're still dark. But Claire's are very light. if you're going to do colored line art, you do want to make sure that they are a darker color. So like for Sailor Mercury here, I'm going to do a dark blue because she is very blue. But again, you want to have it be dark so that the colors don't like get lost in it. And it's not the worst if a color is darker than your line art. It just depends on, like these pants here are pretty close. But it does depend on how that ends up looking. And something you can do if you're like, shoot, I don't quite like how those pants are working, but I do want to keep this sort of orange thing. You can like really quickly make a multiply layer, get the color line art that you have, and anywhere where that darker color is, you can shade it and then blur it a bit. So there's a bit of like a gradual tone down so that the lines are darker where they need to be, but then you still have that nice color up there. And since you use the same color to shade it in, then it's not going to be too much of a jump. And like then you can adjust. This is one of the advantages that coloring line art with a clip layer has, is that you can adjust like this opacity and change it on the fly. It's a bit hard to tell because it's not very extreme, but if I zoom in here, maybe get rid of the color helps actually. You can see as I change it, it's getting darker and lighter. So like you can adjust it nicely that way without having to worry about ruining your lines at all because it's on a totally different layer. Same thing, you could just go to normal and like maybe for some reason you're like, how would a purple line look down here? You can actually check and not touch your lines at all, you know? Like you can see, oh, you know, like, that doesn't quite look the way I want it to. Oh, there we go. Okay. I tend to have like a few different ones that I sort of jump to just basically when I'm choosing the line colors, and they're in my beloved palette over here. Very often I go for this purple. I love this purple. Yeah, thank you for the question, Ani. It's a very fun question to answer. One of the weird things about the streams is that like I do know a decent amount of stuff, but because art is so expansive, it's so hard to know like what to talk about. Also, no, I can't have Madeline be the only one facing to the left. Yay, glad to hear that, Ani. Yeah. Any comic or speed related art questions are definitely going to be my area of expertise. If you ask about backgrounds, on the other hand, I know a little bit, but definitely not my forte right there. Do you think art has inherent value even if it's bad? Absolutely. Especially because bad is very subjective. I'm struggling to come up with questions about art that are about making art. That is also tough, even just thinking of what to ask. It's like, I don't know. But yeah, I think there is definitely value in all types of art. Even if they're quote unquote bad. Again, it's like, it's very much up to the person in question on what is like bad. or like not. I actually, in my philosophy class, one of our first assignments was literally, hey, what is good and bad? Define it in this essay. And it was like, I don't know. Though that was like more moral rather than like, I guess, what would you say? Skill? I think something that always gets me is that a lot of people are held back from making art because they think that they are, quote unquote, bad at it. But the thing is, everyone they have skill in different places in art because it's not just one thing, right? Like, different qualities like anatomy, perspective, coloring, like there are so many venues to art. Composition for pieces, like there's just so much to it. And while someone may not be good at anatomy, their composition could be fantastic. Their creativity could be fantastic. You know what I mean? Especially like I find in kids. Kids have such amazing like imagination and concepts in their head, but then they get caught up that, oh, it doesn't look real. But it's like the ideas that you see them put into paper are just mind-blowing, Annie asks, as someone who posts art online, do you have any tips about building a following, getting business, and posting consistently? I do have some. I read a good post the other day, and by other day I mean like probably some weeks ago. And it had a lot of good stuff on building a following. So I'll probably just find that and link that later somewhere, or like retweet it again, drudge it up, find it. But I think I can probably talk a bit more personally on posting consistently, especially. That's the easiest one to go with first for me. So a part of why I wanted to go for speed was to post consistently, right? Because like if you're quick at it, then of course you're gonna have a lot to draw from because there's a lot there, and like I wanted to do that. That was what I wanted to go for. But you should find what works for you in terms of what, like it doesn't have to be daily, right? It doesn't even have to be weekly. It could be bi-weekly. It could be monthly. But I think the biggest tip I can give is build a buffer and queue things, right? Because when I really started posting like daily consistently, I actually had I had 7 comics ready. I remember it was like Xenoblade, and I was so excited, and I made like 7 of them, just like bam, 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 and I wanted to share them all. But then I was like, wait, what if I like don't post them right away? Like I post 1 of them, but I save the other 6 and post 1 a day. And that's what I did. And within those, 6 days where I technically didn't quote unquote have to do anything to reach that 1 a day post, I was able to like rest and think more ideas and draw more. And like I also got like fueled along the way because those other ones were posting and I was getting feedback without technically doing any new drawings that day. Because like feedback is such a huge motivator for me personally. Like I one of my biggest roadblocks for my personal stuff for a while was that because I was just waiting for making enough content to post something like of value, like in my own terms, I wasn't getting any feedback because there was nothing out there for people to give feedback on. So I started posting more stuff in just like a little private server with friends. And like it was just small, like there's not many people, but I was just like, hey, we should do this. And it has been like fantastic in terms of motivating me to actually do the work, you know, because I'm getting these small little bits of feedback. And like one day I'm gonna actually post it more publicly, but for now it's just building that amount of content that I would like, while still getting a little bit of feedback. A focus group, if you will. Aqua. It reminds me of how there was this one Let's Player who tried to experiment by releasing a full Let's Play all at once to see how a Netflix-style binge release would work out. The long and short of it was that it was not as successful as regular episodes every day. Oh god, what is this? Who is this? Who are you? I am new to Twitch and I don't know how to do that. Is it like /ban? I'll wait to... It's /ban, right? I've never had to do this before. Ah! Guys, first milestone. We got a follow bot. Should be a button next to him. All I see is click to reply. Well, for now that bot, if it only posts once, whatever. If it posts again, I'll actually look into it. Hello, bot. enjoy Sailor Mercury. This is an inclusive environment, so long as the bot doesn't get too pushy. Ban username or clicking the cancel symbol either directly in chat or on the user badge, which appears when clicking on the username. There we go. Goodbye. So long. Farewell. Until we meet again. Except we won't. Hopefully. If you're a bot. Well, it's me. Robots are people too. I'm sorry. It had to be this way. It had to. I'm actually going to be doing well. Oh my god, no. It's not. Why is it not? I don't want this up anymore. I banned them already. Oh. Why did Internet Explorer open? Okay, whatever. Oh, don't forget to save. Thank you. How many Magical Girl shows have I seen? Oh. I did watch Sailor Moon as a kid. I remember very little. I did watch Madoka Magica as well. Cardcaptor Sakura. I think that... Oh god, what is it called? Oremi? It's like the one that their powers are based on music or something. They're little kids, it's really cute. Trying to remember if there were any else. I watched a lot of like openings. Not necessarily the shows. Oh, shoot. I guess I'll do the white part now. Oh god. I guess Ani's question also still had stuff like building a following, how to get business. I'm not like the master in those things, but being able to post consistently is a good start. And again, it doesn't have to be daily. It can just be like, it can be once a week. It really is finding out what works for you. Because like that changes per person. You know, like I am able to post daily, but influencer tips. I'd say that a good starting point would be to start with something that you know that you can do. You know, like if right now you're posting like something once every week, for instance, then I guess then you'd already be doing it. But say that a drawing takes you, I don't know, 3 hours. Then like account for that, you know, like give yourself like triple at least that amount of time accounting for it, because you never know what will happen, and in order to keep the consistency you account for like giving yourself a lot of time. Okay, Aqua asks, here's an odd question. How famous would you want to be? Not very. Like, I don't personally like the idea of like being renowned or anything like that. I enjoy just like I enjoy interacting with people and such, but I would never want to be big, I'd say. I just want to be able to afford to live. As sad as the phrase that is, that there's a cost to it. Like one of my biggest joys for doing art in the first place is just like seeing people laugh, smile, say they enjoyed it, stuff like that. Which is why like drawing things, for instance, in Josh's streams has been so awesome, because like hearing when they see it, it's just awesome. Just hearing how much they like it, you know. Like even if there wasn't like an audience there or whatever, it's just like yay. Or like sometimes I draw pictures for some of the kids that are at work, just for like I have downtime or something, or my boss is like, ooh, that'd be, you know, cool for them. It is just so cute and so nice, you know. Aqua, how many Twitch viewers would you feel is a comfortable amount for you? I don't know. I feel like low hundreds I've seen seems to be a fairly good amount for like still interacting with people and stuff. But again, like I've never been one to really think too much about the numbers. It's just kind of like a byproduct of stuff. Monkey says, I love the difference two little white dots make in the eyes. Like they go from soulless to life, full life so fast. Yeah, I know, right? It's so fun. I added a few more for her because she's from Very Sept Shoujo. I did it! I did 4 in 50 minutes. Oh my god! I don't want this window for the bot up anymore. It's still here. Get out of here. Oh, okay. There was an X button apparently. I'm gonna go back to Ani's question from earlier, because there was like an extra part to it. Oh god, where was it even? Oh no! I think I might have passed it. Shoot. Ani's question, where are you? I think it was something about, there it is, okay. Building a following, which I'm just gonna retweet or find that document I had before, because it had a lot of good stuff. Same with a bit of business. But I will mention, they say a bot is not truly dead until this window has been exited out. As far as business stuff goes, I do think that I personally have really enjoyed the form format format that I've used, just because it made it really simple and easy for customers to look through and find what they want. There is a lot to it, and finding out your prices and such, and I think one of the easiest things I can give for advice in that way is to, like, jump in, test the waters, and, like, you know, maybe jump back out with that new knowledge. Because if you get holed up for a super long time just, like, trying to get it absolutely perfect, you're never going to open them. And, like, I actually was kind of stuck in that hole for a little bit, because I was like, oh no, I have to get the forms better, you know, like, get more images for it. And I finally kind of realized, I haven't actually opened them, and I was planning to 3 months ago. Kudo, hello. How are you, Kudo? But yeah, for selling, if you are gonna do art, you know, commissions and such, do not undersell yourself. It's actually another reason I wanted to go for speed, was that I would be able to get quote unquote cheap prices, but it's just because I can do it that quickly. But, like, don't undersell yourself, please. Law of Twitch, someone always joins just as the stream's ending. I mean, we still got like 8 minutes left. Oh my gosh. I gotta... trying to open like a... Speaking of Kudo, is Char Star. I love her. Honestly, this is one of my favorite pieces I've done, like, ever. It's just so cute. I need to, like, do this style more. I know! I think I literally went into this going, okay, I'm going to make the cutest character, or version of this character, rather, that I possibly can. I pulled out all the stops. I was like, okay, what is the science of cute? The design is Chikudo's, though. Give all that credit to her. Yes, exactly. Exactly, monkey. Kudo is a genius. I try everything cute, though. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes I'll try to draw something that's, like, scary or just, like, not cute, and it will still look cute, and it is my curse. Real talk, though, I should try to, like, do this specific style more, because it's so cute. I've kind of just accepted at this point, though, that there are some things that I'm just, like, not gonna be, you know, good at it, where I'll just be like, you know what, I will find someone and pay them to do it for me. Like, if I need anything scary looking for my original game or whatever, I'll just find somebody and I will pay them good money. We can learn how to be good. Yes, Kudo, we should do that. We should try. Trying to think of what I should do for the last few minutes here. Go bang on Junjito's door. See, the thing is, I'm pretty good at thinking of scary concepts. Like, I've had people before be like, Jesus, like, like, we're just talking about ideas and stuff, and they'll be like, wow, okay, but I can't draw it for the life of me. Like, I'll do it, and then people will be like, hey, I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, jeez, but the initial thing is always, aww. And I'm like, no! Be afraid! Ooh. Draw something scary in the last few seconds. I have something that Aqua, and if Zelos is still here, it's a sneak peek at World Golly Noah's anime anniversary pieces. Ta-da! So I want to do a piece per season, like it's a like episode select. So like I tried to get a girl from each episode that was like a main focus of it, and like put them on the key here, which is an ongoing symbol of the show, and then like have the episode number there. So like Elsie, and then the background was very similar to the opening of the season. Mio, Sora. Some episodes were super hard to think. So like for Cannon's arc, I did her bandmates for these two, and then her for the climax of it. Mari for the cake episode. Shiori's was so hard because we had the like Fuji Dara, I think her name is. So like she was easy for one of them, but there was 3 episodes, and I didn't want to do Shiori twice. So I was just like, who can I do for the last girl? So I just picked a girl from the flashback to her past with the flower pot, and I was just like, I hope somebody can recognize this. I wouldn't have done Kodama because I wanted it to be characters that related to the arc in question. And I did consider a fire truck, I actually did. But I did also want it to be a character. Mostly because every other one was a character, and it would just be so weird to have one that was not a person. At least to me. And then, of course, Kama in God mode. Yeah, they do have their names in the library club, but they just didn't feel... Yeah, they're so minor. Like, you could say that they, you know, were more established than the one in the past, but the pot was enough that it was like, okay, that'll be. And then I can show my in progress. This is one of the projects I have going on of the 5 I mentioned earlier. So once the anniversary does come, this one will be done. And these are simpler pieces. So this is the start of season 2. So it's the same sort of key thing, but it's a different sort of menu. I'll put the numbers in later. Kima's at the side here now. And rather than just being lines, they're going to be closer to my tonal style, which is like kind of black and white, but with colors. So we got Best Girl Yokyun down here. Jun. Nakaido. Kodama's going to be in here. And I did find people for each one of these episodes. Except this one will be the Runaway Spirit. The one that's like a weird globby thing. It always made me so uncomfortable. Only thing I have to ask is if the text is really going to be typeset 90 degrees, because that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't know, Aqua. I'll see once it actually gets there. Oh no! Crashed for you for a bit. Adept says, for some reason now I just got the mental image of Shiori as Phoenix right now because of the class trial and her not being able to defend herself during the face. Oh, the Runaway Spirit was creepy. I thought you were talking about fonts being at 90 degrees being creepy. What if I did this, Aqua? Would it be better? It's a vertical menu. It's just like this. We have to mix up where the people are, but it's still 12. But yeah, so that's one of the things I'm working on. I'll for sure be doing all 3 of the main seasons. I might do one for the OVAs. I do have a plan for it, but if I'm not making it in time, I'm not gonna go for it. I'm excited for season 3's idea because it's really nice, I think. And yeah, so we got all of these done within 40-50 minutes, which is great. The time limit the doodles actually should take. I should probably do. There was one thing I had to do, which was I should fill in Clara. And then that'll be the absolute end. Excited for the reveal? Happy to hear that. I always love doing World Golly Noah's pieces. It's always there in my heart. There we go. That's better. Now it won't be a problem. Okay. Well, thank you guys as usual for joining me today. These are always really fun. I'm not sure what we'll do next time, but we'll figure something out. But all of you guys have a good and wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye!